Welcome to KIR Review. It starts getting stale reviewing figures, so let's review Ultraman Trigger Episode Z. Ultraman Trigger Episode Z is available for rental on ultramanconnection.com. It's $7 and available for 48 hours after purchase. Now that you know where to watch, I'll give you my spoiler-free review to decide whether you should watch. Compared to my Ultraman Trigger series review, Episode Z is much better. Still not amazing, again having on Tiga nostalgia, but Haruki's and Ignis' performances make up for it. Kengo's somehow more annoying, and the plot raises more questions than it answers. The visual effects look nice though, so I guess if you want to be entertained and enjoy spectacle, it's well worth the $7. There are two villains in Episode Z, Celebro and Evil Trigger. Haruki travels to Trigger's universe because Celebro escaped storage. Whatever maximum security containment is, Celebro obviously needed more extreme containment. Simultaneously, there's a cult called Lyra, seeking to free Kengo from the Eternity Core before he's consumed into it. This cult claims to be descended from the ultra-ancient civilization. Its leader's name is Ibra, who conveniently gets captured by TPU. Meanwhile, Gut Select has a new captain named Tokioka, who's totally not a villain, guys. Anyway, Kengo is freed, but all the hyper keys are scattered so he can't transform into Trigger. This leaves Haruki and Ignis to fight monsters that appear. The search for the hyper keys is, well, it's dumb. Especially Akito and Yuna in the haunted house. Haha, scientist no nonsense Akito is easily spooked. Didn't need that, Superaya. Didn't need that. The multi-type key is found first, so Kengo can transform to fight Gazort, who had swallowed the sky-type key. Akito and Yuna, of course, find the power-type key. Celebro ends up possessing Haruki after a fight with the Lyra, one of whom had been possessed earlier. Haruki transforms into a possessed Zet, who handily defeats Trigger. Kengo and Ko are then taken to the altar near the Eternity Core, where in a shocking twist no one saw coming, Captain Tokioka is revealed to be an old friend of Yuzare named Zabil, who essentially went insane after Yuzare's death. He spent the next 30 million years searching for a way to become light himself. After a lot of passionate yelling and a ritual to steal some of Kengo's light, Zabil transforms into Evil Trigger. I will say, Evil Trigger's entrance was actually really well executed. Evil Trigger and Possessed Zet then fight Trigger Dark and Gut Select. Kengo gets his transformation devices back again, and Tatsumi returns to lead Guts Select, now grounded from Evil Trigger downing Nurse Dese and Guts Falcon. Kengo transforms into Trigger and spends an oddly short amount of time helping Haruki expel Celebro. Not like Haruki wasn't already fighting Celebro's control from the start, but Kengo has to be the star of the show and poop light wherever he goes, I guess. But then Celebro immediately possesses Ibra and Destrados is summoned. But we've already seen Destrados as an insurmountable threat, so this time, sure, Yuna had to sacrifice Yuzare's ring and the Eternity Core to restore Glitter Trigger Eternity, he's basically raffle-stomped by Trigger, Trigger Dark, and Zet. This sends Evil Trigger into a rage, and he uses his darkness to grow into a giant. But bigger does not equal better, and he also gets zapped down to size. After his defeat, Zabil finally remembers that he has good memories and dies content. Celebro is recaptured, and Haruki is able to leave. There's good points about the plot, but mostly I'd say this movie is more spectacle. It's nice having Haruki and Ignis to balance out Kengo, but at the end of the day, Kengo gonna Kengo. As far as characters are concerned, I'm just going to discuss the new characters. Not much has changed with the others. But if you need to know my thoughts, you can hop over to my Ultraman Trigger review if you haven't already seen it. Zabil, or Captain Tokioka, starts off as a chill enough guy. He gets ominous though when he asks Kengo about being both human and Ultraman, and what would happen if he chose to just be human. When he reveals himself as Zabil, he gets unhinged real fast. Ibra is the leader of the Lyra cult. He's possessed by Celebro twice, the first time to get close to Haruki in order for the parasite to jump to him, and again after Haruki expels Celebro. He doesn't have terribly much of a personality, but he did let Celebro possess him. As far as Ultraman designs go, we only really have Evil Trigger and Possessed Zet to discuss. Again, I'll refer you to my series review for Trigger and Trigger Dark for my thoughts on those. Evil Trigger looks exactly how you expect, an updated take on Evil Tiga. I do find it to be a good design. Possessed Zet has a red left eye, which I really enjoy. It's a unique look for sure. There are no new kaiju here, so we'll go straight to music and special effects. The soundtrack is forgettable, I'm just going to say that, and again the visual effects are spectacular. This is definitely an enjoyable movie, though to me only snippets are memorable. Like Ultraman Trigger's main series, the main strength is its visual effects. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, show your support by hitting the like button, and then check out my other videos. If you like those, subscribe for future content.